One Council of State member a petition a President Mahama say yen dismiss a EOCO boss Raymond Acha ebusua den na akwakofa sa ensem we aba ebusua ene yen say yemre e wa akra Solomon Owusu e de ho nsem aba betudwa Solomon Owusu e kire say EOCO boss na nkasa ye friend Raymond Acha no ono de on live up to expectation ensem bebre wo no ho because o hye oral cases a ewo ho a onye na dwen se obe etu ho anamo bi a kyese ode ne nsem ene number bi basabasa no ono de onye up to expectation. And during last 8 years no na omai no state na na ewom no na eye crime scene. And crime scene no you Raymond Acha has eye EOCO boss no onye bibia ye hu adwuma bi a oye into petition na just one Council of State member no wa petition President Mahama say yemfa removing no de ofuaso na just yen set primary facie case na yemfa investigate Raymond Acha with immediate effect. Ebuzua mama yanko na yanko ti ensema ekoso unsubscribe ya subscribe na hit on the notification bell so na be any update be a dropping one so once ebetumi akabi gossip politics TV so madam ase.
Let's talk about EOCO.
Oh, okay.
And the petition to remove the EOCO boss.
Yeah.
So a major institutional confrontation has erupted. You may have heard that the Council of State for the Volta region, Gabriel TKA Kwamega Atokple, has issued a stand detailed accounting what he says the EOCO boss is abusing power, says that defiance of a court ruling and reputational harm. How does this come to you, first of all, Solomon?
Well, I must see it as a private person who is calling out an institution. And to that extent, I strongly believe that he does not need to warn. I mean, you carry out your threat by citing him for contempt, that he's saying, because he says that the High Court in Addo has actually ruled on the matter in his favor, and that the entire matter and the investigation was a business transaction between his company and another company. EOCO feels that, look, what has happened amounts to an organized crime, and so they have every right to go in. If the member of Council of State believes that his rights have been trampled upon, it is within his right to sue EOCO, because EOCO is a body that can be sued, or the executive director at the place can also be sued. But if you come and threaten and then you go and sleep, then I would take it that you just want to create the impression that you have not done anything wrong. I really want to hear from the monarch on this matter. You see, you are talking about good. And good, a lot of things also happen. Don't let us pretend as though things do not happen over there. And I am not too sure the sort of personal dislike Raymond Acha may have for him, because Raymond Acha or EOCO are not there to like or not to like anybody. They are there to strictly go according to the laws of this land. The act that establishes EOCO makes it clear that they are there to prevent and detect organized crime, and also to facilitate the confiscation of the proceeds of the crime. Once again, if you think there is an organized crime, is it the case that EOCO has been able to even confiscate anything relating to what the companies are alleged to have done?
It had frozen its account.
Yes.
It says that, of course, the proceeds are areas of interest to EOCO. But what is concerning is that an Addo court had held that EOCO had acted without lawful mandate.
That's the point.
And in a violation of constitutional principles of fairness, and further ordered the immediate defreezing of the company's accounts, effectively nullifying EOCO's earlier actions.
So if that is the case, the court represents the state. So that's the position of the state now, that what you did was unlawful. That's why I'm saying that I am not too sure why the gentleman is even warning. This one clearly just cites the EOCO boss and EOCO for contempt. Because there is a court ruling.
Yeah.
So here, when I heard him say he was giving them last one, Is that the way you give your
Well,
warning?
but he talks about reputation as well.
No, the reputation...
Where if a statement is issued or publicly we know that he's been investigated for certain things, he must as well also want to respond publicly. Or you
No, but you respond by suing. That is more powerful than... What would have been more beautiful than you citing?
He also wants to guard his reputation in the public domain.
Whether he likes it or not, his reputation would have been fractured.
What's your assessment of Raymond Archer's performance so far?
So far, I've said that I'm not impressed. I am not impressed. Because you see, the number of cases that went to EOCO, and believe you me, let nobody deceive you into thinking that something untoward happened to this country. The country, as a matter of fact, was a crime scene in the last 8 years. You have been listening to the public account.
Says who? Says Sulu.
You just 20 million Ghana cedi.
My friend.
As mobilization for what?
Same rhetorics. Oral is nothing.
Service hospital.
The same rhetorics and your oral is nothing.
Signed on the 31st of December. Look at the time.
Don't allow this man to sit down and spew lies. This can't be a crime scene.
He's not comfortable.
This man.
He's not comfortable. Anytime
you sit everywhere,
stealing, then they are not happy. But if one are also stealing, before and also stealing. I'm talking about corruption, and he's not happy. What is wrong with the MPP? When we talk about corruption, they are not happy.
Are you still talking about Raymond Archer?
So Raymond Archer, I'm saying that the number of cases
they've given you a topic. You decided to go and do your NDC hatchet job.
Come out, no, I will not accept.
You are doing NDC hatchet job, and you want me to sit here and say you are doing what?
Come out.
Is that the topic you gave him?
Come out. But I brought him back to the topic. Leave it.
So he decided to do it. If he doesn't do it, he will be paid.
Are you doing? Do you want to waste the time?
He has to do that to be paid. So I'm not wasting the time.
The question really is Raymond Archer. You said you were not impressed.
No, I'm not impressed so far.
And you're taking us back 8 years ago?
No, I'm taking you back to the number of things that have happened under their watch. That they deliberately caused all those things to happen.
Council state member in EOCO. Look at where he's going.
He has to.
Is that what he's supposed to discuss?
A number of the cases have gone before him.
But he has done a few recoveries, has he not?
What recoveries are we talking about? With the number
is that what we're discussing
of cases that went to him? Initially, he gave us the assurance that he could handle the matters. I mean, until this case, he has gone. I was not even hearing from him. I have not been hearing from him in that regard. We cannot be building a country like this. That is why they are happy. Because the man has gone to sleep. And so they feel that they have a fuse day. And I'm bringing him back. But you cannot discuss Raymond Archer without recounting the sort of things that they did under their watch.
Why is his mandate only to look into?
Why is the Council of State member an MPP member?
No, he has the
Council of State member that you are supposed to discuss. Is he an MPP member?
And into the presence. As of now, I don't have any reason to pinpoint any of the current ministers or appointees of the wrongs that they have done.
Let me talk to it.
You understand?
It will be when we are able to finish quickly. We can go to oral because of what the president is directing. But so, are you following that conversation between the Council of State member and EOCO?
I think I did follow the conversation a little. Not so much, but I think that because these are matters of the court, I'll be careful not to be prejudicial. And to say that the Council of State member is a Ghanaian, first of all, and would also want to seek redress whenever he feels that his freedom been trampled upon by any individual or institution of this country, and that is his constitutional right, petitioning His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to remove an individual who is occupying a state institution or position, is a fundamental right of every individual. It doesn't matter your political orientation, whether you're an NDC, MPP, or whatever it is. I think that these are matters that must be looked into, whether it's merits, if it is meritorious.
Who should look into it? A court has ruled, EOCO has defied.
I think that the matters we're discussing is not about whether or not the court ruling were meritorious or not. We're discussing a Council of State member who petitioned EOCO boss to be removed, correct?
So these are the factors that has gotten him to...
those factors that has brought these issues, I'm saying that these are court matters. When court pronounce, I think that you may disagree or agree, but you are an abiding citizen, you have to be abide by the ruling of the court. And so for me, those are things that I would say that the court rulings, nobody can do anything about it. If you feel that you're not happy with the court ruling, There are so many avenues you can seek redress. You can file an appeal. You can go to the court.
The ruling on what?
I don't know. I don't want to go into that. You can go to the Supreme Court to file a certiorari. Trying to.
I want this to be clear. I don't know what.
Can I finish? You get your turn and then you.
But clarity is important.
So that when you get your turns, you seek for clearance.
So
you can go to court.
So let me explain to you just for clarity. So following investigation into this matter with the Council of State member, Kwame, what's his name? Kwame Gan. Yes. It included that EOCO had frozen some of his assets, which financial assets, I should say, and that he then escalated it to court. And then the court ruled that that freezing was unlawful. And then he claims, I've not seen the court ruling, but the Council of State member claims that EOCO has defied that ruling. Do you understand? So he feels that it is unfair. So he's escalated the matter. This is what we are discussing.
So again, if he feels that if the Council of State member feels that the court ruling is not happy, or EOCO feels that they are not happy about the court ruling, they have so many avenues they could use. Like I was saying, they could go to the Supreme Court to quash the jurisdiction or the capacity of the lower court that might have given that ruling. Those are one of the issues, a simple way of doing it. Go to the Supreme Court. I did to one of my cases recently, when an issue went to the appeal court and the ruling at the appeal court, I thought that the capacity of the judge who sat on the case was actually against the weight of the evidence and again against, natural justice. I went to the Supreme Court, quashed that decision, and clear those judgments. So, I mean, you have that avenue available to you. We are now under a proper rule of law, governed by a proper, we have respect for the rule of law. Yeah. So for me, you could go to court and seek redress. I think that if the member of, what is the name?
Council of State.
Council of State member believes that his choice is to petition His Excellency John Dramani Mahama for the removal of Roman Archer. I don't think that he's out of his, right as a Ghanaian. So for me, those issues will be looked at.
Okay.
If there are some merit in it, fine. If not, it will be dismissed. And so these are not issues that I feel that should be occupying our space too much, because there are avenues to seek redress for all these things.
All right.
I mean, these are Ghanaians who have rights to whatever they're doing.
Come on.
And so let's go.
You see?
I mean,
Let me hear you.
Did I hear Honorable Vondi say we are now under proper rule of law?
Absolutely. And if you want me to stress on that, I can.
Okay, that's fine.
And I'll tell you
I'm happy. You've just placed. I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm okay.
There's no qualms about that. And there are no qualms about that.
The contradiction, okay? The glaring contradiction of whether or not we are now properly under rule of law is answered by what we are discussing. And it's answered by the clarity you gave us, MFA. If a court of record passes a judgment which is binding on each and every party in that matter, that no party has the right to defy the court. And if the fact you have given us is anything to go by, it means that EOCO has defied a judgment of a court of competent judge.
So you go to a higher court.
With all respect, that's what I'm saying. Oh, please. You're still talking about rule of law.
And that is part of the rule of law.
Please. An institution of government is supposed to be a law-abiding, if you like, institution. Do you know if the Supreme Court passes a judgment? I'm not a lawyer, but lawyers say it. And the Constitution is clear on it. And even the president defies it. It constitutes a high crime. It's clear in our Constitution.
So what do you do?
Now, if EOCO, please, if EOCO has defied the court per the facts right now, if it is true,
exactly,
and you sit here as a member of parliament,
because you don't have the facts.
Please, Honorable, don't do this.
You don't have the facts.
Honorable, let the discerning minds watch us and understand. You see, and you sit here as a member of parliament, a legislator for that matter, who make laws, who should be worried that a law has actually been reneged upon. And you come and say, upon all that there's rule of law, proper rule of law now in Ghana. Really?
Hey,
I am surprised. I'm amazed. And I'm happy that Ghanaians are watching us. Look, EOCO started with saying they are pursuing elements of the ex-while government or the immediate past government. And when they arrest you, you come, they'll give you what we call onerous, if you like, bail conditions. Whether you have money or you don't have money. You struggle. When it started, people in the within the legal architecture said, let's be careful. The trajectory we are going and the way we are going about these bail conditions, it will become inimical to the growth of our rule of law that we want. Today, MP sits here and tells me that we are under proper rule of law. In the face of EOCO, an institution, if it is true, that's what I'm choosing my words well, if it is true, defying a law court judgment. Actually, I followed the matter a little. And I just wanted clarity to come because he was actually nebulous in his presentation. That's why I wanted to give the clarity. But I followed it. A company out there has contracted Kwame Gas company to buy them gold to the tune of some 57 million Ghana cedi, I'm told, or more, which is completely a civil matter. That's the argument Kwame Gas went to court with. I have an agreement with somebody, it's a contract, I'm doing it. Now the company thinks that the part of Kwame Gas has not actually been performed properly to their satisfaction. We are told some complaint was lodged before EOCO. EOCO then decided to say that Kwame Gas should come and explain. Then at the point Kwame Gas was told that it was money laundering, it was whatever. Then Kwame Gas went to court and the court said, no, this is purely a civil matter. It is not a criminal issue. Once it's a civil matter, you have no right to freeze the accounts of Kwame Gas. I followed the matter. And that's exactly what happened. Now, having left the court, EOCO still decides to pursue Kwame Gas. And I like the point Honorable mentioned. As a citizen of Ghana, you have the right whatsoever to...
Is it pursuing him or it refused to defreeze or unfreeze?
Apart from refusing to unfreeze or whatever, the account or whatever asset is this, there's this element of they saying that they are investigating money laundering. There's this element of they saying that they are doing all sorts of things.
I've just cited the document from court.
Yes.
The ruling was very specific.
On the freezing, I know, I'm saying so. But I'm saying aside that one, there's this element of EOCO saying that we are also, you see, EOCO is also trying to be smart, saying that we are also investigating something. You get what I mean? Aside
so if that thing that we're investigating can amount to freezing...
No, but the substantive, that's what the court has already told you, it's a judgment. Substantive matter before the court was whether or not Kwame Gas assets could have been frozen.
Yes.
The court says no, it is a civil matter. It's a civil matter.
On that particular charge.
They have their own business. Let the person come to court
on
and
a particular
complain.
charge, right?
Absolutely. Okay. So there's nothing criminal for us from the facts on here. Then EOCO says we will not listen. We'll still go ahead. And then MP come to sit here. Instead of urging EOCO to respect what the court says, the MP come to sit here and tell me there's proper rule of law now. This is a serious matter. Look, let's run. Governance is a complex business. That is why we should be careful the kind of people we put in government.
Okay. All right.
People should not take law into their own hands. MFA, you will not be free, I will not be free. If we allow the kangaroo systems and the way I want to do things system works in this country.
Okay.
I think it's not proper. Now to end with, Solo now talks about...
What?
Oh, no, please. Let me respond to him small.
What?
He said he brought in oral. He brought in oral.
No,
I'm
oral
happy.
is a conversation on its own.
Oh, we'll have a conversation on it.
Because if you...
I hope and pray we are going to have that conversation.
We have to have it.
We must have it. And I'll be happy.
If you allow me moderate, we'll use that.
Very good. Thank you so much. Then that's fine. Then we are going to the let's move on.
Dr. Zato must also...
Yes.
So there's no rule of law. EOCO didn't do the right
thing. Thank you very much. You know, when I look at this EOCO thing, and also when I look at over the last 1 year, when I look at EOCO and their current leadership, you begin to come to the conclusion that EOCO is going rogue.
Completely.
And that EOCO going rogue is actually surprising, considering...
Judgmental.
Yes, I'm Pastor Yama, yes. I've just said that. Yes.
You have
no, he has a right to speak. No. He has a right to do. No, please.
If you look at it, you will come to the conclusion that
on this table
and
this
it is
morning,
wrong.
Both of you have gone very rogue.
Honorable brother.
Both of you.
Please don't add me.
You will have to listen. Secondly, if you look at this issue, this particular issue very well and look at it, you also come to go that Dr. Kwame Gas, that's enough the guy, he is a victim of a very powerful person who wants to use the power of the state to settle a personal commercial matter.
How?
That is what the court said. The court said that, in fact, at the beginning, EOCO, the court simply said EOCO had absolutely no business venturing into this.
Absolutely.
The court ruling simply said that it was a commercial dispute. EOCO knows their laws. So you have absolutely no business entering in the first place.
All.
That's what the court said. So freezing the mass asset, and even after that. So my point is that it means that if you know that you had no business going inside there, why did you go inside there? If you now went inside there and the court has now told you that you shouldn't stay there, why don't you immediately release the mass asset? It's when you look at this that you then realize that somebody powerful somewhere is bent on destroying this Kwame guy or doing whatever it is. It's not fair.
Not proper.
Okay, abusia wene ensema ekoso or political highway so eye Raymond aka ana yede na onsem ebrema enye asam ketokra na petition for his removal no abusia President Mahama nensa atumi aka enye easy kura beda masesa moje pene kokoti za ensem we edema aha gossip politics TV so beda mase